Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live with the Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
What's up, Jay? Nice to see you guys
How
again,
you
as
doing?
usual.
What's
As
going on, man?
usual.
How you doing today?
Excellent. I slept beautiful.
I
I
know.
needed it. I a lot of recovery from the weights, so I slept,
Exactly.
overslept kind of, but it was good.
We had a pretty hard back day yesterday, and then
Yes.
that yeah, I understand because I got exhausted after that too, and especially me not eating right now. Like, oh man, my energy level is like
No.
done after like the 30 minutes of working out. We doing like 2 hours, so that's
Yeah,
even more, than my energy level is at. But it's all
I got
good.
to do it, man. So
Gotta
it's
work
all
through
part of the it's all part of the process.
it. Exactly,
Trust the
exactly.
process.
Right, right. That's cool. But at least you got your coffee for the morning, right?
Always, bro. Gotta.
Getting started.
Yep, exactly. Kickstart right there, man.
what
Kickstart.
what flavor is that? What you drinking? Which flavor?
Espresso.
It's espresso. So it's
Yeah.
just like that strong. You're just trying to
Yeah.
get on that strong vibe.
No, I mean, well, why? I mean, that's why I drink coffee. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like
So you
to
don't
the
you
point,
don't
straight to the
do
point.
you ever mess with like frappuccinos and stuff? Like you ever mess with
No,
any of that, or are you just more like black coffee type of guy?
no. I mean, I sometimes I will add the Coffee Mate Duo, so
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
it's helpful. But most of
Wow.
the time, no, I don't need any of that extra stuff, man. It's just
Right,
extra
right.
sugar, extra. I mean, that's I don't drink it for all that extra stuff. You know.
No, for sure, for sure. Coffee's the way to go. Love the coffee.
Yeah, it just keeps, like I said, keeps everything just going.
Right. Exactly.
Keeps
Exactly.
me sharp. So,
Yep.
I used to use it in college all the time, so it really helped me out with everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a cool ass cup, though, man. I like your cup. So is that your
Yeah,
dog on
that's
the cup?
I know, right? It looks like him, but it's actually from Yosemite.
Oh,
Like,
is it a Timmy cup? Nice.
yeah, so it's got the wolves on there. Since my dog, he's half husky. He has half of those roots.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. The wolf
He's
roots.
exactly he's sleeping there, so he's all right.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
He's in the background.
he's always sleeping. He's always sleeping.
Nice. All right. Well, that being said, let's get into today's trending topics for the day for the people. We got to let them know.
Always.
So we're going to do the first trending topic, and the first trending topic we want to keep you guys updated on these crazy wildfires that are going on in LA. Man, just what's happening is it's devastating. We still can't believe it. It's always sad, especially here in California. We're usually used to wildfires going a little bit later in the season, but looks like this time of the year, especially in LA, I think it's been a little bit more dry this time around than lately, and I think these fires just are kind of out of control because of that. You know?
Do you think there's anything more with that?
I mean, I want to do a whole because so we do our conspiracy segments at the end of the show every day, and I definitely want to get into a conspiracy segment about that because I do believe in uh, in it being set intentionally, and that's not just this fire. I also believe like the Maui fires were done intentionally, and I also believe in. I believe that they have some kind of like direct energy weapons that are able to make that happen. And I've talked to people who've been in pretty bad fires, like the Santa Rosa fires
Yeah.
that happened in
Yep.
California. Yeah.
I remember.
So I talked to a guy that his house got burned down in those fires, and the
Hmm.
way he was describing it was like literally he's seen a beam come down and
Yeah.
his house was on fire. You know what I mean? So there's definitely something to that. I don't know, but
Some
I
social
definitely
media was posting that earlier, man, in
yeah
LA.
yeah
The like you just talking about I believe in the DEWs too. So
yeah exactly
I mean,
exactly
think about it. What's going on in Hollywood now?
yeah yeah
The whole Diddy, like all that stuff in Hollywood, right?
yeah
What better than take away, the attention from that than doing this?
exactly and
It's chess.
who knows, like there could be also like some of these celebrities because where the fires are, it's like a lot of celebrities live there,
Yep.
and for all we know, some of these celebrities they might have been going against the establishment. I know,
Yep.
like for instance, Mel Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, they were trying to make some documentaries about the whole pedophile rings, and you know what I mean. They were really
Oh, a
trying
lot
to
of them. There's a lot of them. like you said,
So,
there's a whole section of them that are against that, you know, and
exactly.
then, you know, so yeah,
So
man,
that's why
that's
I'm
yeah.
not surprised if they're just trying to create a distraction because something like that was about to come out, and now they want to put it under the rug and make sure everybody's more worried about other things.
Well, yeah, well, it takes the attention off of it, you know, all the
Exactly.
fires, you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So every year, man, there's always something with that. So
Yeah, man.
anyway, that being said, though, I do want to go update you guys on the fires, and basically, I have a little list of the celebrities whose houses have been pretty much burned down by the fires. So I'm going to go over just a few of those celebrities. It is tragic, and we definitely don't want to see nobody, be suffering from loss and from pain like that. So that being said, let me show you guys the screen here for the celebrities' houses that have been tragically been burned down by these fires. So that being said, LA fires. So basically, I'm going to just go through the thing to the bottom where all of them are. At the time of publishing, the fires have killed 5 people so far. Hundreds of multi-million-dollar properties have been reduced to ash and rubble as the infernos continue to tear through the entertainment capital. And a number of Hollywood household names have lost their homes to the fires, like we just talked about. So some of these people, these celebrities that have the A-list celebrities actually, who's have lost their homes to the fires: John Goodman, Anthony Hopkins, Paris Hilton, Eugene Levy, Billy Crystal, Adam
Wow.
Brody, and Leighton Meester. I'm not even sure who that is right there, but
Wow.
these are A-listers, and their houses have been burned down. It's a sad tragedy, but definitely, it's affecting. This is repercussions. It's hitting far away. It's a trending topic, so this is not just a California thing. Everybody's looking into this fire and trying to see what's going on with this, And at this time, they're saying this is today's trending topic: 0% containment of the fire. So who knows how much more damage this fire is going to do? But as of right now, this is tragic. 0% containment of this fire, and they've been fighting 3 fires on one front, basically. 1,500
Yeah,
buildings have been destroyed around
that's
this fire.
terrible.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. So, yeah. That being said, we want to show you guys also some before and after pictures of the fires and what's happening. And I believe you had something to chime in on the mountain up there.
Yeah, so Mount Wilson, which is all of LA's communications, like for TV and radio. The fires are almost, it's about to, hopefully it doesn't, but if that takes that out, then all of communications in LA will be, yeah, dropped, which is kind of crazy, you know,
Oh, that's terrible.
because
I mean,
that is trending right now
yeah.
too, the Mount Wilson.
Then
So,
right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's crazy what's going on right now. I mean,
No,
if you
that's what
guys
I
can
mean.
see
So
what I'm
like
showing you
if
guys on the screen,
knocking out the
basically,
communications will be kind of crazy, man. So that'll be a trip, especially, you know,
right.
in
Right.
LA, which is entertainment, you know,
I know.
TV
I
and
know.
radio.
And I'm
That'll be all bad.
and not even talking about, and one of the things that a lot of people forget is that when we have these kind of wildfires where it's burning all these like very dry areas of California, we then also have really bad air pollution, and I'm talking about air pollution that's going to be worse than China's or certain cities of China that are known for its really bad air pollution.
Well,
When we have these
LA's
kind of
already
fires,
terrible with smog. LA's terrible with
exactly.
smog. Now you add this on
So,
top of it, how can you even breathe?
right,
You know, that's all
exactly,
bad, you know?
exactly. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Luckily, I mean, this is around the Hollywood Hills sign and stuff, so none
Yeah.
of that really has been affected. It's just showing here. I'm showing you guys some before and after pictures. It looks like everything for that is still standing up there on the mountain, but some of these neighborhoods have definitely been destroyed, if you can see right here. Yeah, it's just tragic, but yeah, the Rose Bowl just happened like the other weekend, and now
Yes.
compared to what it was on a clear day, you can see clearly like these players will not be able to play in this kind of smoke.
Yeah,
This is
that's
just terrible,
crazy. That is crazy.
So yeah, here's a couple more before and after pictures for you guys.
Hopefully it gets contained,
Yeah,
you know? That's the number one thing. You got to get contained.
Exactly.
You know, so.
I mean, yeah, I just can't believe it's a 0% containment. Like, man, they can't get any air support because of these the Santa Ana winds, and without air support, it's really hard to try to fight three different fires that are all coming together on one front.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just sad. It's sad. But yeah, they do have a whole bunch of GoFundMe wildfire relief funds set up. So if you guys definitely want to contribute to helping, these devastating wildfires, what's happening, you can definitely go on to the wildfire relief fund, and you can take some of your money there if you guys wanted to, just to help out the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. They're going to need some help as well. They probably are accepting donations of food and clothing right now to their distribution centers for all the people that have been affected, that are not just celebrities and are able to get by. There's definitely going to be a lot of other people that were affected, and that's including animals as well. So yeah, we definitely here at Average Day Joe's, we believe in doing the right thing, helping out the community anyway.
Of course, man. Of course.
That being said, let's move on to our next trending topic. And this trending topic we got going for you guys is about Home Depot, believe it or not. So Home Depot, they're facing a class action lawsuit over privacy issues. And this is in Canada. It's not the United States. But basically what they did is they were getting everybody's emails, and then they were selling them to a third party. And that being said, that third party is actually Mark Zuckerberg and the Facebook Meta platform. So
is it really?
Yeah, if you guys are gonna, if you guys are gonna start getting spammed by Home Depot, and you're gonna get a bunch of emails off of Facebook or some kind of, you know what I mean? You already know who the culprit is of that.
Yes. Wow. I didn't even know. That's a trip.
Yeah, that's a trending topic. It's in Canada, so I mean, this is going to be more an affecting of the Canadians and all. And I mean, who knows if y'all do decide to become the 51st state of America, then we can definitely talk about this subject. And it's an American issue as well now, not just a Canadian issue. But
that's all.
As of right now, it's just a Canadian issue. So it is what it is.
For sure.
And it looks like your dog is waking up finally.
It
looks like your dog is waking up finally.
Yeah, he is waking up and just being funny. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
He's cool.
So his name is Rocky Bear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you come up with that name, Rocky Bear, for him?
I don't know. I wanted to name Rocky, and then like when my mom saw him, she wanted to call him Bear, so I kind of put it together.
Oh, nice.
And then I like to call him RB, so
Rocky,
just makes sense. Yeah, just made a lot of sense,
Right.
So,
I mean, he definitely has that like he has that teddy bear kind of, like persona to him, like you just want to like hug him type thing. But he definitely has that kind of like, when I hear Rocky, I'm thinking like Rottweiler or but yeah, he definitely with the Siberian Husky, he does have that wolf trait as well. So that's kind of like
that's what I mean. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But then the half corgi in him, he's like, he doesn't realize he's a little smaller.
Yeah.
Like, but he's not. You know what I mean? Because like he looks like a dwarf husky.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
But that's the teddy the bear in him is the corgi in him.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of funny.
That's tight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, he's waking up slowly. You waking up slowly, huh? You gonna say hi to the people, huh? You want to say hi to the people? Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. But yeah, so he's waking up slowly.
So I know you in our previous show, you were saying that he's able to start kind of verbally saying some things.
Yeah.
What is it? What's like the
so he mimics me. Mm-hmm. So like if I say like hi, like in a certain tone, he'll try to do the same. If I say hello in a certain tone, he tries to do it. He needs to get the enunciation down though, because he's getting it. I practice with him every day, kind of like every, with training him. I
Yeah.
train him every day in like certain things. You know what I mean? So
Right.
he's really
Right.
smart. He's one of the smartest dogs I've ever encountered ever.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
that's because he's half husky, half corgi. Those are both smart dogs, man. You know what I
Do you,
mean?
do you do you let him off leash anywhere or no?
Only at the park down the street. Like
Okay.
it's like a baseball field,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I trust I trust him there. You know what I mean? Like when I'm like if I'm doing stuff outside and I leave my back door open, like he's smart enough. He understands. So
Right. Right.
obviously not on leash in my house or anything. So
I know one of the huskies traits, like huskies, because they're very by nature like wild animals in a
yeah,
way.
yeah.
They tend to veer off, and they tend to, like, if you put them in the backyard, they tend to dig
Mm.
holes and try to get out. Like that's just their persona and nature. Is he like that, or does
No,
he have more of the corgi side? He's just
he
kind of chill and
yeah,
laid
he's trained a lot better. That's why
back.
he's never tried to run away or anything. That one time he opened my back door
Uh-huh.
when I was speaking with Airbnb guests, out by a couple of my cars,
Right.
and we were just talking out there, and then this was like middle of the night, like 1 a.m.
Uh-huh.
and he opened the back door, ran all the way out, looked at all of us, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And then ran back in the house. Ran right back in the house.
Oh, really? He just ran back in?
Yeah, I think he just
Oh, wow.
heard me. So he opened the door, the back door, ran through the porch and backyard, and then looked at all of us. That's me. And I was like, what the hell? He literally just looked at
Right.
us and then ran back in the house. I was like, how the hell did he open the door? But that's what I mean.
Right.
He sometimes he be opening doors because he sees me do it. So it's like, okay, if I just,
Exactly.
like, so he's opened many doors in my house, like the back door, like it's crazy. So like I know sometimes if I am like going somewhere, I'll lock, doesn't
Right.
matter. And
Right.
I do, I have both locks, so I always lock the top one,
Exactly.
just in case if I do the bottom one and he happens to open it, that would really make me mess. So I'll just, always lock the top one.
Definitely. He's probably
Yeah.
checking up on you too. Like he hears your voice here.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
You don't know. Yeah.
that's what I mean. He's I think he just heard me that night, but yeah, it's crazy. Like he's hella smart, man. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean? He's just gonna get smarter too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I train him every day, I'm with him all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you said,
Blessing. He's a blessing, man. He's a
you said
blessing.
he's 2 years old, right? 2.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, he's 2 now. So yeah.
So 14 in dog years. So he's just getting into the teenage years right now. You got a teenager on your hands that you're gonna have to deal with.
Hey, that's all good, man.
All good.
He's a
We've been
blessing.
there,
He's
we've done
definitely a blessing.
that. Been there, done that. For all you folks who don't know, we between me and Jay, we're literally like 4 decades of experience here.
Yeah.
So anything you guys ever need from us, you ask us. We got you.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly.
So anyway, moving on back to the
Next
trending
topic.
subjects of the day. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk Jay's subject right here.
this was kind of funny. I don't know why this is trending so high, but Diet Coke. Diet Coke is up there in the trend, and I was like, why is Diet Coke trending so high? I clicked on it on X, and Elon tweeted a bunch of empty cans of Diet Coke, and I was like, Elon drinks Diet Coke, huh? So personally, me, one of my ex-girlfriends in the past, that's all she had in the fridge. So I started drinking this Diet Coke stuff years ago, and I was like, all right. I felt like a robot drinking it, like because it's got the aspartame or whatever it's in it, and it literally it made me feel like trash, honestly, man. So I don't know how he be drinking Diet Coke. You know what I mean? Like I have my soda vice, but I will only drink regular soda.
Right. Right.
But honestly, man, yeah, just so a lot of people were chiming in on X, like saying that Coke Zero is better than Diet Coke. I've had both. I'm not a fan of the diet products, man. I know it's 0 calorie, but I'm not a fan of the diet products. Not for me.
It says right here that that Elon used to drink 8 cans a day.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I believe it. I would drink 4.
Wonder why this guy does what he does. You know what I mean? He never sleeps.
Well, that's what I mean. So it does keep you constantly up, and there's no calories in it, but it literally made me feel like a robot. like I didn't feel. Yeah, it was weird when I used to drink. I used to drink about 4 cans a day, man, and
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I didn't feel right when I cycled off the Diet Coke. That was like it was one of the best things I did, man. You know.
I mean, thank God for Elon and for everybody else out there who drinks 8 cans a day. Thank God that they took the Coke out of the Coke.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know? Did you see that? Did you see that X picture? Like, because was that the one with the empty cans? I don't know if you can see it on
Yeah.
my screen. I'm showing the people. Is this the one you saw?
Yeah.
The picture?
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it looks similar on the desk.
Yeah, on the desk he has like
Yeah.
four
Yeah.
cans.
Yeah.
But then,
Uh-huh.
did you see he has like 2 replica guns, and one of them looks like from like way back when
Yeah.
like George Washington made. That's crazy.
That is.
He probably that replica that he has, that gun right there. I bet you that's worth like some money right there, man.
Oh, of course, man. Come on now. Come
Because
on now.
that looks like a musket, man. It looks like a pirate or something gun from back in the day. You know? Damn,
The stuff you notice, that's great, man.
that's crazy. That's
Shout out
cool.
Elon Musk, man.
At least he's one of those like more like people that like is like an everyday person. You know what I mean? He's not like one
Oh,
of these
Elon? Yeah.
rich guy. Yeah, Elon. Like I feel like even though he is who he is, like he's probably one of the most relatable people that are like
Yeah.
have such high net worth. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's because he's constantly doing stuff with projects and business.
Exactly.
You know, he constantly like that guy. That guy's always doing something, man. So I get it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I don't even think Elon sleeps, man. I don't think Elon sleeps, man.
Do you feel with the recent like the terrorist thing that happened with the Cybertruck getting blown up though? Do you think that's going to affect his sales of Cybertrucks or no?
Come on, man. It's Elon Musk, bro.
Yeah.
Before he even sold the Cybertruck, he's so smart. He got the funding before it by by telling all the before Cybertruck came out, if you had put just 1,000 down, it was to hold your place for it. So
Right.
he got all the money before the Cybertrucks even came out, 2 years before.
Oh,
So he had all the funding for it. Brilliant, bro.
Yeah,
Brilliant, brilliant. So I was like, bro, you think that's going to affect the Cyber? Come on, man, stop.
Yeah.
All those little stunts that people try to pull to try no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tesla's just a Tesla, man. It's next level.
I had a guy yesterday that I got to talk to, very, very cool guy. And
Yeah.
he used to work in the Fremont factory where they were producing the Teslas and stuff in California. And he told me, he said that everybody was telling Elon there's no way he's going to be able to produce like 10,000 units out of that factory. And they just gave him all these like, all these like challenging setbacks.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's so dedicated. And this is what this guy was telling me, that he would literally be at that warehouse, sleeping on the couch, like 2-3 hours a day, and then the rest of the time he was up and watching the whole production line, making sure that everybody's doing their job properly. He's emailing these people every single day of the inventory costs and how they can reduce the cost of making the vehicles. Like the things that this guy does, like, and like some people wonder like, oh, how do people get so successful like the way he did? But this guy literally grinded and was just at the places that he needed to be. He didn't just like put the money up and then nothing. He was actually at these warehouses and he was there meticulously making sure that everything was like the way it was supposed to be.
On the front line, man. That's the only way to be. That's the leader right there.
Exactly.
Shout out Elon Musk, man. One of the best minds in our era. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, but you gotta admit though, that Cybertruck, man, that looks like that looks straight from the game Halo. You remember those that they had in Halo? Like literally, I think because he plays video games. That's another thing he does. Like he literally goes on like Twitch and plays video games, with like 5 people. So I think back in the day he might have been playing a little bit too much with that Halo, man. Got ideas though. Got the idea, so it's good. It's good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Everyone has them though, man. Like they've taken over my area.
Yeah, exactly.
All Teslas have taken over my area.
That's the crazy thing too about California, because I mean I travel across the United States and we're literally the only state where almost every other car is an electric car,
Yeah.
And not only that, but every like 4th car is a Tesla out of all the electric cars.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, completely taken over my neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, your neighborhood, especially because you're up there.
Yeah.
You definitely see a lot of Teslas in your
Oh
neighborhood.
my God. That's like I said, like when the Cybertruck first came out, I was like, okay, that's cool. Then after seeing one, then you see like six. Like, oh,
Exactly. Exactly.
and they're like all like there was some custom ones, with the custom like not like I was like, wow, like to really make sure like it's different from everyone else's.
Right.
I was like,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, you see some of those ones that are like wrapped, like different colors that like.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like, and I'm like, oh, what? I didn't even realize. Oh, damn, that's not, wow. Like,
Right.
yeah, man, taking over
Crazy.
the neighborhoods, man.
Taking over. He'll,
Yeah.
and I also think, just keep going on the subject real quick. I think that was a really good idea for him to move his headquarters to Texas, because now he basically can, like, being in California, he had to secure California because that's where the money's at, So once he got California, now by him moving to Texas, he can literally deploy all his other resources now from the middle of the United States to all the other states around, and it's going to get every state kind of more on that electric tip, or even his whole like Starlink, and then I guess he has a way to power homes now, with his he has like his own electric stuff. So I think that was a real brilliant idea for him to be able to.
You know why he did it, right?
Well, yeah, because California got mad, and they trying to
taxes. So when you have a headquarters in California, you have to pay California taxes.
Right.
He kept everything here, but moved the headquarters to Austin. You pay Texas taxes.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
What's even more brilliant is that Texas has no income tax.
Exactly. So, that's what I'm saying. So he doesn't have to pay tax on his headquarters. Like that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And then all the little subsidiaries that he has all around everywhere else, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when he shows revenue, he's not paying any income tax on that state, on the state revenue. So he could be making money in all these other states, but he's not going to get taxed because his headquarters is in Texas.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how geniuses do it, I guess, right?
That's chess right there. Not checkers. That's chess.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Brilliant guy.
That's chess, and he did the checkmate.
Exactly. Oh, you want to play those games with me?
Right.
Boom. So
exactly.
Brilliant guy, man.
I know. Is your dog licking your knee right now, bro?
Yes. You can see. You can see that. Yeah, my man. He's waking up. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, let's get back to the trends.
Where is the love?
Let's
move on to the trends. We're going to do our sports section now. So we're going to talk a little bit about sports with you guys. The trending topic for sports that I chose for this one, I wanted to do my team, the Raiders. They're making moves. They're making major moves right now. I don't see this as a bad thing, what's happening. Let me pull this up for you guys real quick. So what happened is the Raiders, they fired their GM. And after firing Antonio Pierce, their head coach, now they decided to also fire their GM. And I know, Jay, I know that you won't agree with me on this, but even in this article, it states that the reason they might have actually done this is because they, having Tom Brady as a part or co-owner, they're actually kind of thinking about maybe trying to pull in Bill Belichick as the next head coach, or maybe GM. I'm not sure. It could be one or the other.
First of all, Bill signed with
that's
UNC.
What they're saying. I know you're not going to believe this. I know you love Belichick because you're a big Patriots fan.
That's right. Right. And I love TB12, my high school right there.
But because of Tom Brady, your boy Belichick, he might be, he might turn around the Raiders finally after so many bad seasons, and we might become the next Patriots for all you know.
First of all, Belichick is in his 70s. He's already signed with University of North Carolina, so he's already contracted with them. He's not going to the Raiders. I know it sounds great, but remember, he's in his 70s. He's only going to coach a few more years, probably in college, turn around a program, and then that's it. I know you want to believe the Raiders, first of all, greats. Yeah, I mean, bad that had to fire Antonio Pierce and, Tom Telesco. But you're
Yeah.
going to have to get rid of everyone in that organization, even the owner. If
Right.
that thing is going to change around, you got to start it right up there, man. Because
Oh,
that
for sure.
organization's been in the dumps since like what 2001.
Right. Right.
I know you remember when
Yeah, I
John
know.
Gruden spanked them in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I
I
know
know.
you
I mean,
remember that.
I know, and we can go into that whole game knowing that Gruden knew all our plays and he knew everything we were doing, and we just were screwed from the very beginning of that whole.
Yeah, well, that's how you play chess. If you know someone knows your moves, why would you still execute them?
Because they were really good moves.
Okay, but if you know someone knows them, why not decoy them? See, they could have went about that all differently, but it's chess, not checkers.
So that time when they fired out John Gruden, I forgot who did they name as their next head coach? Who was the head coach after that? It was some dude. I forgot his name. Who was
I can't remember. I remember what he looked like. I can't remember his name.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. It's like it's in my head. His look, but I can't remember who he was.
Anyway. I remember. Yeah, but I mean, he had a good season that year too. But
that was just off of piggybacking off of John Gruden. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not like he really did anything himself.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So yeah, like I said, man, there's a lot that goes along with that, but they could have executed that Super Bowl very differently back in the day.
Right.
Just letting you know.
So saying what I was talking about with the whole Bill Belichick thing, this is why I'm saying it, and it's Brady reached out to Belichick recently, and he discussed a reunion in Las Vegas, and this is what the NFL Network has reported on Wednesday. It says that Belichick, still in the first months of taking the head coaching position at UNC, has been an often rumored name in this coaching cycle through reports of his likeliness to return to the NFL at this point, although his likeliness at this point is doubtful. So they are doubting that he's going to return to the NFL, especially if he's going to probably be making a lot more in college, right? They make more in college, right?
No, not Belichick. He'd make more in the NFL, but he's going to make a lot in college just to turn that program around. That program's known for college basketball.
Yeah.
You put him there now, all the college football recruits will want to go there. Trust me.
Right.
It's just, it's like I said, it's a good chess move for UNC. Right. But if Belichick was in his 60s, he would. I would believe you're right. I would believe. You know what? You have a chance.
True. I know.
He's too old though. Too old.
So the Raiders, they're also, if we can't get Belichick and we can't become the Patriots, then we're also slated to interview the Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, and we're also looking at the Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, and Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken, along with ex-Jets coach Robert Saleh. So that's
Robert Saleh. Okay.
Saleh, yeah. So that's basically who the Raiders are trying to talk to, and we're trying to get one of these guys to.
Those are all excellent choices, man. That's a good start.
Right.
It's a very good start because all those coordinators and the ex-coach, they're all excellent. All those people you name.
The Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, wasn't he part of the Niners organization a while ago?
He was, but he was also a head coach too. So a lot of the coaches and coordinators, they always, when they're out of a job, they end up going back to being a coordinator, and then they try to get back, So
he was the defensive coordinator for the Niners, right? That's Steve Spagnuolo.
I don't remember what he was for the Niners, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was something like that. And then I think he actually did a pretty good job because I remember the Niners had a really good season, and the emphasis was on their defense at that time when he was their coordinator.
Yeah, I would believe it. He's been in the game for a while.
So, out of all the names I just listed, I know you're into sports a lot more than I am. Which one do you think the Raiders would have the best chances with of just resetting and going?
It really depends on who's willing to leave. Like, so both Lions coordinators, if they stay there, that team's going to still be excellent. Why would you want to leave that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Along with Kansas City, Spagnuolo, like, he has been there for a minute now, and if he realizes their regime's going to go down, he could jump ship because he's been there for a minute. Robert Saleh, he was the Jets head coach. He was the Niners defensive coordinator before that. Excellent coordinator. And he'd be a good choice because he just was he had a bad thing in New York.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he'd be a really good choice for the Raiders. He knows what he's talking about, you know what I mean? But you got to have the right crew with you when you're a coach, you know what I mean? Because then you have to pick offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. You got to have the whole thing with you, you know?
Right. Right.
So yeah, like all those people you name are all excellent choices,
Okay.
you know? But it all depends who wants to leave the team they're with,
Right.
you know?
And I highly doubt right now that the Lions,
That's what I mean.
you know, what I mean, they're doing so good that they probably won't
Exactly.
leave. And then if he's on the Chiefs, he's not going to leave because the Chiefs are like number one right now. So.
But that's what I mean. But think about it. The Chiefs, there's Andy Reid only has so much time left. He's up there in age.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I know they're trying to three-peat this year. Suppose they lose. Do you think everyone comes back? I don't know.
No,
you know,
but like the you know, the guy who they're calling out from the Chiefs, maybe he would want to replace Reed at some point in time. So maybe,
exactly.
You know?
That's what I mean. So he could stay in house.
Exactly.
Like, okay, Andy Reid he's retired. You know what? I can be his successor.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I mean. So yeah.
So I don't see them getting anybody from Detroit or Lions or
No.
I mean or the Lions or the Chiefs because
I wouldn't see that either. Maybe the Ravens one, you know, because Harbaugh's going to be there a long time.
Exactly.
You know, so Harbaugh's a good coach. He's going to be there a long time. So maybe that guy, or even Saleh because he's not, you know, he hasn't coached in a year, I believe.
Yeah.
So could be that.
So yeah, I think Saleh might actually because like I said, I'm pretty sure he was like a defensive coordinator for the Niners.
Yeah.
And he did like a really good job. So I think honestly, I think he might be like a really good pick for the Raiders to be able to turn their whole.
It'd be a good start. I'll tell you that. It'd be a good start. But like I said, he's going to have a whole crew with him, man, because he's going to have to.
Exactly.
In New York, he had, it was tough for him in New York, man.
Right.
That's a tough market, though.
It is.
I
mean, that's
the
like,
New York market.
Yeah, I mean, those are like the two biggest markets. You got like, you know, San Francisco and you got New York.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Where all the money's at.
Yeah. Well, they also critique you a lot harder in New York. You know, they want to have excellent teams, and you know, the Jets this year were just signing Aaron Rodgers. They thought they were gonna be like, and they were in the toilet. So. Yeah.
But all due respect, that's not Rodgers' fault, right? Aaron Rodgers, it's not his fault.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Everyone tries to compare Rodgers to Brady, but hey, let's when Brady was 40, he was winning Super Bowls. So I don't know, man. Aaron looked a little rusty and old out there. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Since you're a big Brady fan, and you went to school with the guy. Out of all the like legends of the past and all, who would you compare Tom Brady the most to, doing what he did and the successes that he had?
You mean at quarterback?
Yeah,
Joe Montana.
That's exactly what I was thinking, bro.
Well, I mean, like,
what I was thinking.
Just because we grew up in that era and watching Joe Montana play, like you already knew, like, oh, if Montana has the ball at the end, they're gonna win.
Okay.
Same thing. That's what you say about Brady when he had the ball like 2 minutes left. I'm cool. I no nervousness. Like, he's got it. Calm, cool, and collected. So, yeah, that's who I would compare him to, honestly.
So let me ask you, if you're comparing Brady to Montana, then what would Gronk be as to?
Gronkowski?
Yeah. That was his side guy. That was his go-to always.
Yes, it was, because Gronkowski was the man. One of the best tight ends around. I don't know. There's so many good tight ends. Maybe Tony Gonzalez. You know? Yeah, he was a really good tight end. I mean,
did he have the build of Gronk or
no? He wasn't as tall, but he was definitely like more ripped.
Oh, he was. Okay.
Oh, he was ripped, but but he wasn't as tall as Gronk. Gronk is tall, dude.
Tall, and he's a beast. Like, I mean, people just couldn't even get him down. Like, you had to like have 3 people wrapping his legs just to get him down.
No, if you want to take out Gronk, you do it the mean way. You take out his legs. That's why that one season, that guy went right for his leg and broke his leg. Remember?
Yeah.
That sucked. I was like, oh man, but that's the way you take that guy down, man.
It's the only way.
he was a monster, dude. Like, Gronk was like what, 6'6", I think. 6'6", a big dude, man.
I know.
And just, he was he was big.
Right.
Big guy, bro.
Hey, so I know, and this, I want to do a little funny thing here, a little segment of funniness. So now that we compared them two, let's do, because you love the Patriots. So
Yes.
if we compared Gronk and we compared Brady, two legends,
Uh-huh.
who would you say would you compare Hernandez to?
Aaron Hernandez?
Yeah,
RIP, man. But Aaron Hernandez was like I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one. He was an excellent player, man.
yeah,
So when you had him, and Gronk line up, oh my God, think about that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you had two tight ends that were like just, because Aaron Hernandez wasn't as big, but he was a monster here, bro.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
was he was gonna take you out, dude.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
in many different
Literally,
ways. Yeah,
literally.
that's what I mean. RIP, man. But in many different ways, that guy was a beast in sports,
Exactly.
dude. So
Mentally, yeah. I mean,
everything, man.
his own players were scared of him. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Well, when he was doing a lot of stuff outside of football, let's just say.
Right.
A lot. So, yeah, man. Crazy. Those were crazy times, man, because no one even knew.
I know.
You know what I mean? That's, because that was crazy. The team he played on in college was a beast team, dude.
Yeah.
It was in Florida. The
Right.
Gators. Oh my God, that team was just monstrous.
Yeah.
But they had, Tebow was their quarterback. You know how Tebow is. He was a preacher, man of God.
Right.
You had Aaron Hernandez there. You had the other guy, Riley, who was racist. You had the Pouncey twins, who were they weren't committing murders, but they were committing a lot of felonies.
Mhm.
Like, man, they had a monster team, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they kept all that together, like sane.
Right.
They won 2 championships back to back.
Do you remember anybody from more like our era, Joe Montana era, that was had that kind of Aaron Hernandez mentality, that kind of did stuff like that? Like maybe
No.
busted or not busted?
Maybe I don't know. Actually, I don't know, because everyone in our era, you could still be like a beast, and a lot of domestic violence, but like it wasn't really as publicized. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I think it was a lot more swept under the rug, because they don't want to have a bad name.
Think about the one thing, like it was before our era, but OJ. You remember RIP OJ?
There we go. That's the very, and see, you knew it, man. You knew it.
Well, think about it. Like it was before our era, but OJ, like who knows what he was at? So he went to City College, SF. So think about what he was doing to commit, he committed that murder, but he could have committed a lot more things before that. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know OJ growing up or anything. Obviously, that's before our era. But think about that. He, blatantly committed murder in cold blood, like in front of the world, know? So you don't know what he did before that.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, like that's to just, you don't just go from, doing this to just committing murder. Like that, there had to be things prior. That's how my head works.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's a trip. Damn, RIP OJ.
RIP. I want to give a special shout out to DTW in the chat, giving us an emoji for the gun emoji. I know you got bigger ones than me, but that's the emoji.
Oh yeah, you got to do that.
Shout out to
guns out
in the chat for now. So talking about football and the recent trends, let's go on to your trend with football and what you.
We're going to the college football portal, man. We're going with Carson Beck. He was the quarterback for Georgia. He's opting out of the NFL draft to go back in the portal. It's kind of weird to me, because usually when you make that decision to go to the NFL, you're thinking the dollar signs, but I'm also thinking that he was like, man, since his team got taken out and he was, it's not for me to judge if he was mediocre or not, but I think that's why he's going back in it. He's like, maybe my draft stock will be higher if I go back in the portal and play another year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then from there, we got to go to, college football playoff, exactly. Penn State, Notre Dame. That's going to be a hell of a game. Right. That should be a good one.
This weekend, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be a good one, man. Notre Dame playing good ball all year, so is Penn State. So that should be a really good game. You also have Texas, Ohio State. That's gonna be a good game too. You know what I mean? So
So
You
this is a bowl, right? Because the Orange Bowl,
yeah,
that's what it is. Right?
all the bowls. Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's gonna be there's a lot coming up, man. You know what I mean? So it'll be good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of games this weekend, huh? There's a lot of okay.
Yeah. Well, now because we're in that stage where we got basketball too, NBA. So
Right.
NFL. You got the NFL playoffs. You got college football. You got NBA. You got a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a good time for sports.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely a great time for sports, man.
Even hockey for all the hockey fans out there. We got
Oh,
hockey
you're
going
right.
on.
You're right. Hockey is out there. I honestly don't know much about hockey. It's one sport that, I'm not Canadian, but it's one sport that I don't know a lot about. I don't know a lot about it.
I know.
So.
But there's for all the people that don't really follow hockey, everybody can agree on the most famous hockey player name that everybody knows about. And I know you know who I'm talking about right now.
Well, it's the only one I could think of. Wayne Gretzky?
Exactly.
It's the only one I could think of, man. So.
Right. But hey, he man, his name alone like put hockey on the map. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows that one name, dude.
I hope so. Everyone knows that name. Even I know that name. So.
Right. Exactly.
Shout out
to Gretzky, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure. That that's funny. You bring that up. That's funny. That's great.
Moving on. So what we're gonna do for the segments as well, we decided to give our community a little bit of an astrology reading. We wanted them to we want to engage with you guys a little bit, and we want to let you guys know.
I like that.
Yeah, what we're gonna be doing, and the future. And me myself, I'm an Aries. My boy Jay right here. You are a
Leo life.
Exactly.
Lion, baby.
So we're both fire signs. We definitely do like to listen and hear about astrology, and we definitely feel that that's a subject that a lot of people can relate to, and it's just fun. It's entertainment, and like we said, our core belief here is health, wealth, and happiness, and I feel like astrology always kind of puts a smile on people's faces. Just letting people know about it and stuff. So.
And a side note for you, my dog is an Aries too.
Oh, is he? Oh, nice. See, well, I'm in good company.
That's right.
Exactly. So let me briefly go over just it's very short, but I want to go over the horoscopes of all the signs.
Yes, please do. Please do. I like that.
You guys want to know? So starting with the first house, which is Aries, allow yourself to be entranced and energized by the beauty that surrounds you. So that's for the Aries. For Taurus today, and we're just going down from the start of the houses. So the next one will be Taurus. Taurus, you got to be bold, unique, and innovative this morning. So that's yours, okay? For Gemini, the twins, trust your own genius as the Taurus moon and Uranus join forces early this morning. So you Geminis, I know Geminis personally. You guys, even though you have that trait of the twins, you definitely are very, very capable of creating genius type thoughts in your head. Let me just say it that way. Next up is Cancer. Cancer, unexpected gossip could land in your lap this morning. So Cancer, if you hear some gossip, just make sure that person that you guys are talking about does not find out. And Leo, for my boy Jay, Leo.
What we got?
Issues that you have been battling could resolve themselves in an unexpected way today.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know if that pertains to you personally, but if it does, you might have some things resolved today, brother.
Of course, bro. There's always something going on. So
exactly.
That's good to know. It's very good to know.
For all my Virgos out there, the stars gaze upon you with the great expectations and the promise of grand blessings. Damn, Virgo, y'all blessed today, man. I can't say more. You guys got blessed today. So
it's funny. That's my cusp.
Oh, is it?
since I'm August 21st.
Yeah.
That's my cusp. Okay. Yeah. So
you actually might have a little bit of Virgo trait in you too, then.
Well, I definitely do when I with certain things I do. So for sure, that's good to know too.
I'm somewhat close to Taurus as well, and I would say the one thing I do share with Taurus that I know is a fact of Taurus and Aries is we're super stubborn and hard headed. I can definitely relate to that. My cousin is a Taurus. Shout out to Dan and in Chicago, and this guy. I love the guy to death, but he could definitely sometimes have a little bit of a hard head, and I'm the same way. So I respect that.
My mother's a Taurus, so yes.
Oh, is she? Are you a Taurus?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I know about the stubbornness.
Yeah, exactly. You know all about the Taurus.
Sure do.
So moving on to Libra. Libra, your Taurus moon and Uranus join forces to electrify and empower you today. So yeah, you guys will be empowered. Scorpios, my Scorpios, dear Scorpios, you gotta be open to love, and it will open up to you in unexpected and thrilling ways as well. So, I know Scorpios. I have an ex who's a Scorpio, and you guys are tough to deal with, especially with us fire signs. We love you, but we definitely are on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to Scorpio and fire signs. You guys are, I believe, water. So it's definitely you with the fire. You guys can definitely have a lot of impact on that, But we love you, and just be open to love. That's what we got to preach on this horoscope for you guys today. To all my Sagittarius, gotta love the Sagittarius. That's pretty much all my family right there. All what's funny, Jay, is that every November, I literally throughout the whole November, all my family is Sagittarius, so I'm broke every November because I have to buy so many gifts for everybody.
That's kind of funny.
And it's not just my family; it's also my wife's family. Like my wife's mother's birthday is basically on the same day as my sister's birthday, and then my father's birthday is 2 days after that. My wife's birthday is 1 day before that. I'm telling you, man, it's hard.
Wow.
My wife gets mad at me because I can never remember her birthday, but then I remind her, I got so many birthdays in November to remember. I know yours is the most important, but at the same time, it's still hard. You know what I mean? The fact still remains. I got 10 birthdays to remember in November.
All Sag. Wow.
So it's crazy.
All fire signs though, so that's not bad. Exactly. They're all fire.
No, we all vibing. We all vibing. Sagittarius, you guys get an early start at the Taurus moon and Uranus. You guys join forces. So you're going to be getting supercharged today, just like the Tesla superchargers, but physically, not by the power source. Moving on to Capricorns. My Capricorns, your color outside of the lines as the Taurus moon and Uranus join forces. So yeah, definitely. Basically, what that is saying is you got to think outside the box. To all my Capricorns, don't always just go by the book. Sometimes you got to think outside the box a little bit. Now to my Aquarius. That's Aquarius is also I believe that's my mother's sign, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I forget sometimes the signs. There's just too many of them. But, and this is where the entertainment scope of our show comes in. We want to make you guys laugh. But to all the Aquarius, your own emotions could surprise you this morning. So I don't know what emotions. Every individual is different, but you guys might have some emotions that could surprise you. Just FYI. Okay. And then last but not least, we got the Pisces. The Pisces. Your filter will be thin as the Taurus moon and Uranus join forces this morning. So just FYI, you might have little things that could piss you off this morning to all my Pisces. So just stay clear of negativity and live your best life. That's all I can say for my Pisces today. Would you do you believe in astrology? Do you listen to your own readings time to time or no?
I believe it to an extent because it definitely, when I've read about Leo and Virgo, it definitely explains me a lot.
Right.
But I also have been getting into not just Western, Eastern, the Chinese one too as well. I've been learning about that, because we're year of the dog.
Right.
So last year was our enemy year. And I definitely had some weird things happen in my enemy year.
Right. Right.
So I definitely, trying to learn about that as well as, numerology. All of it just goes hand in hand,
Right.
But it's a good basis if you ever like, it's not exactly how someone's gonna be, but if you actually read up on it, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I've literally like read like the daily astrology sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll read it, and then certain things that I read about like really actually happen, and I'm just like, damn, am I manifesting this because I read it and I'm expecting it, or is it just because of just the way that the whole astrology?
That's what I mean. It's a combination of both, I believe.
It is, right? It is, yeah. That's astrology is one of those things, but it has to be true in some way, because at the end of the day, that's calculation of the stars and the cosmos, and it's just like the placement of where the sign's position is at the time of the year and stuff, So
that's what I mean. That's why I say I take it with a grain of salt. Like, don't base your whole life around it, but it'll definitely give you some guidance.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
definitely. So moving on. We're done with pretty much the trending topics, but we do want to talk about your movie of the day. What are you watching today?
I was watching Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. Oh, okay, another solid flick.
Yeah, it's a solid film. It was a three movie series.
Oh,
you had Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and Inferno. So
right.
Yeah, they were all pretty good books. So.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, because I never seen the movie. I know that they were books before and they turned it into a movie.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, is somewhat based on some kind of true facts. Is that what that movie's about? Or?
They try. I heard like a few years back that they debunked it kind of, so that it wasn't like true. Okay. So you never know what to believe. Obviously we didn't live through certain parts of history.
Right.
So it's basically the author's interpretation of what happened at the times. Okay. So, but I mean, for me, it's entertainment.
Right.
They were entertaining movies to me, and like, I obviously, like I said, we don't have time machines to go back and see what really happened, you know?
Right.
So there was a couple things in this movie that they try to change around, because, everyone has their own interpretation of science and religion.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Yeah. But I mean, entertainment purposes, excellent movies.
For all the people that haven't seen the movie, can you give us like just a brief little like premise of the movie? Like what is it about? What is the actual like? What are they trying to like debunk? Like what is it?
I mean, like so they had this thing called the Priory of Science. So basically, Da Vinci would have his paintings and stuff, and he'd leave little like mysteries and clues as a part of it, and it's your interpretation to how it follows to finding the Holy Grail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like.
So are they trying to say like the Da Vinci knew about the whole Holy Grail thing, and
he would put it into his paintings, but at that time, it was like heresy. You know what I mean? So if you actually came out with that stuff against like like the Roman Catholic Church and stuff, you'd kind of be killed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So so at those times, so. That they try to say put it in his paintings and certain just things in that time frame.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, and Da Vinci was
because the what?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say you were asking about Da Vinci. Obviously painter, artist. All that, but that's what I mean. Like so, they're saying he would put it into a lot of his stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And from what I know about Da Vinci, he was like a really brilliant like artist and.
Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me for him to be doing stuff like that because especially in that era, like you can literally get killed just for saying certain things.
That's what I mean. So you had to be smart about it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
I actually believe in in a couple of his paintings, he actually also had UFOs. One of the first things, in his paintings, like he had the little objects in the background. So
right. Oh, wow.
That's what I mean. So that whole era, like we could talk for hours on that era, but like it's crazy. There's a lot of things in that era that are missing as well.
Right.
Like certain, So like, I just wish I had a time machine and could go back and check all throughout time to see how everything came about.
Exactly.
Because I feel like there's plenty of times, there's plenty of periods in the eras throughout, like the year we live in. Who even knows if it's the year we live in, bro? Exactly. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of history that's not there.
Yep.
It's kind of scary. It's kind of a trip, man.
And I mean, what better thing to be able to do to go travel back in time, see for yourself exactly what happened, and then come back onto the Average Day Joe shows and share it with our community of people. Let them know the truth.
Let them know the truth. Exactly. The truth shall set you free. The truth. You about the truth? Yes, you are. But yeah, so
that's cool. So 1 through 10, what would you rate the movie? Is it something that you recommend for everybody, or is it something that if you're more of like a historical buff that
I mean,
more like
if you history, science, like I said, if you're looking at it just for entertainment, I definitely say 8 and above.
8 and above. Okay.
Like the whole.
Looks like we lost Jay here. So sorry, guys.
Fuck, man.
There he is. There he is.
Fucking
God. Don't tell me the government's calling you again. All right, he'll connect right back. Sorry, guys. He's having difficulties. Here he is. Let's get back on with him real quick. We can get him on. You back. Can you hear us now?
Government problems.
Oh, there we go. I was about to say, yeah. You got the government calling you again or what?
You see what I mean? When we talk about certain things, I feel like, let's call and make this guy disappear. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, come on, man.
That's crazy.
Like, that's what I mean. That happened the other day too, remember?
Right, but like the day we didn't talk anything like this, like nothing. It was perfect.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, it's crazy how that works, man. It's weird, man. They listen to everything though, so.
Oh, I know.
I got nothing to hide, so yeah. Trying to interrupt my little, spewing on, our show. So
they ain't gonna be able to do that, man. We here for the Average Day Joes. We here for this community, man.
I know.
We're gonna let the people know. You know what I mean? No matter.
Yeah, we're here for the people. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so 8 out of 10 for the movie, right? It's a hitter.
Yeah. I'd say all 3 of them. The whole series.
Which one was your favorite?
I liked Angels and Demons.
That's the number 2 or 3?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Yeah, number 2.
Would you say that one has like the more action scenes also, or is that?
Yes, it definitely has more action scenes, and because it's more based. It's about the Vatican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on, around, like it's all around obviously different parts of Europe, but yeah, it's about the Vatican, so
okay. Well,
kind of cool.
That's a whole nother show right there, man, because the Vatican.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, those archives, you know.
Right.
So yeah, man. That like you said, that's a whole nother show.
and I know you and I both know about that because we definitely we were raised Catholic, so we definitely that always had pertained to us in a way. Like we always wanted to know what's all these secrets about the Vatican that they're talking about.
Oh yeah,
all these hidden records, and they know so much, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, who knows, man? They probably have a lot of stuff from the Library of Alexandria that burned down.
Right.
Remember that was that era too. That Roman Catholics.
Exactly.
They took over a lot of that stuff.
They probably, I guarantee you, they actually know the real history of humanity.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
They do.
Of course they do. Without a doubt, man. Because they ran a lot of it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on. Let's talk about the wealth segment of our program. Let's talk cryptocurrency prices. Just give you guys a little brief overview of what's happening in the crypto world.
That's always nice.
Yeah. So basically today, what is happening? We got in the last hour, Bitcoin is moving up a little bit, 0.82%. But in the last 24 hours, the percentage wise of Bitcoin went down 2.67%. 7 days and the whole week span of Bitcoin right now has been going down 4.47%. Ethereum, second biggest altcoin, it is going up right now as well, 0.84 as we speak. But on the 24-hour, it's down 3%, and on the 7 days, it's gone down 6%. If we look at the chart for Bitcoin, if I can pull this chart up, let me just see what's going on here. I'll give you guys a little brief overview of what's happening.
Because the markets were closed yesterday, bro. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, they okay.
for the Jimmy Carter
So
thing.
I just I'm
Jimmy Carter,
yeah,
they closed the
exactly,
market.
exactly.
That's the only reason why they were down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from what it looks on the charts right here, right now, Bitcoin at 92, it has hit support because you do have support. I don't know if you guys can see the screen, but there is support from previously at the same level. So it looks like it keeps hitting that support, and it's gonna either go down, and then there's gonna be other support from like let's say a year ago. If it goes down, then you're gonna be looking at the next major support, which was at around this, I would say maybe like 70s range, 70,000 range. But I truly doubt, and I know Jay, you know too, that people like Michael Saylor and now they have all these approved ETFs
Yeah.
through BlackRock, and they're just buying more and more of Bitcoin, and because it's so scarce.
Yeah.
Even if you look at historically, Bitcoin on every bull run, it does drop a good 30%. But this bull, all bull runs are different. I mean, all like historically you can compare, but at the end of the day, given the fact that Bitcoin is scarce and now it's kind of more regulated by the government, like meaning
Yeah.
that the government has approved Bitcoin as an asset for the everyday people, I do feel that if it does hold this 92 where it's at right now, I don't see it dropping to like the 70s range or
No.
80s range. I think that this is a really strong support for them, and I think that it's going to go back up and hit the resistance for the next month, which is going to be, I believe, around 108. That's going to be the resistance that it needs to break through to be able to make that a support, and then you guys will be able to see that from there is just going to keep going up and up until we end the bull run. And the bull run historically should be ending around November, December of 2025. So I do believe that there's still a lot more room to grow. And once Bitcoin goes up, then altcoins follow. So for all my people that are into Doge, that are into the baby Doge, into Shiba Inu,
XRP.
XRP, yeah, I definitely believe that with altcoin season just around the corner, that you guys will see a lot of more bullish upward price movement, and you guys can make some serious dough off of that. And this is not financial advice. Obviously, this is just us looking at crypto, and this is kind of our wealth segment of the program. We want to just let you guys know, that don't panic, keep the diamond hands, and go through the rough times of this little period, what's happening right now. And I promise you guys, for the most part, that you guys will see gains later on next month, after probably most likely after the inauguration of Trump. So
Don't have emotion when you're
exactly,
investing. Don't have emotion. If you have
and
emotion, don't be in that. Don't You can't be in that field.
exactly, and honestly, I mean, I know you're in crypto just like I am. I definitely respect you for that, because you are one of the guys who I know who's every coin you pretty much have, you held onto it for the
Yep.
longest. And
Longest.
because of that, you actually are seeing that come into fruitile now, where you're like, wow,
Yes.
this is what I was
Winning
waiting.
life.
Exactly.
No
Exactly.
losses, bro. Just don't, like
Exactly.
I said, no emotion, bro. You don't. If you have emotion, don't be in that field.
My my boy, the boy DTW in the chat, he's talking about buy Ripple and XRP.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they just started
I have
transactions with
plenty
it.
of it. I have a
Yeah,
lot of it.
exactly, exactly. Because
You're
because
damn right.
he's stating that he's saying what we said yesterday about them meeting with Donald Trump, and basically now
Damn right.
it's gonna be used as an everyday transaction, especially
I
XRP.
believe, of
So
course.
yeah.
And it's
All right.
still at a good price. It's not too high yet. You know what I mean? XRP.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. I mean,
you know, of
dude, there's no doubt in my mind that Bitcoin's going to go to like over 1 million easily
course it will.
after all these
One day.
halvings, and you know it,
One
it
day. One day it
yeah,
will.
exactly. And
So,
if Bitcoin goes that high, XRP is going to go much higher. Ethereum, Solana, those are going to be really good
all of them.
coins for
The
like future
Dogerton, you
investment.
got to have the Dogerton in there, you
Yeah,
know? So,
Doge. I mean, with Elon
all of them.
Musk promoting Doge most of the time, and now you can even buy merchandise from his website of Doge. Like, man, that's winning. Doge is going to be one of those coins, that
You know
it's
it.
a winning coin. Shiba Inu, on the other hand, they're actually burning a lot of their tokens right now because they want to
I
compete.
know.
At first, it was just like a joke for them as well, like Doge.
Yeah.
But then once they seen the success that they had and that Doge had, they're like, "Oh damn, we got like trillions of coins. Let's start burning them so that we can make it a more
Well, think
scarce."
about it. They're always trending high on X, Twitter,
Yep,
they're always trending high. So why not make it, you know what? Let's actually convert. Let's get this going.
exactly.
Let's not just play around. We could really make something out of this.
Right, right.
So yeah, man.
Crazy. Moving on, moving on. We got the wealth. Let's talk a little bit. I'm gonna go briefly. I don't like to get into the weather too much, but I do the weather because one, I don't know. When I was growing up, I think I wanted to be a weatherman at one point in time, and I love the weather. I don't know. It's a weird like asphyxiation I have with the weather, but at the other hand, given our community and our average day Joe supporters, I believe that people do travel and they do want to know, especially if they don't have the time, that we will be able to provide them with a little bit of info about the weather if they're traveling or going somewhere. So, that being said, let's get in. Let me show you guys the screen for the weather map for the day, and just show you guys. It's pretty much same as yesterday. You still got your hottest spot for the whole U.S. is going to be San Diego. You guys are at 71. Over here in SF, where we at 63, very mild still. Your other hot spot on the East Coast, if you guys want to escape the cold, Miami, you guys will be at 65 today. Denver, you guys are looking at 32. You guys are right at freezing. Albuquerque, which I used to live there, that's why I always mention it, is 34. Shout out to my ABQ folks. Seattle, 47. You guys got Chicago today at freezing, 29 degrees. New York, you guys are going to be in the mid-20s and a little bit of getting up to the 30s. So, just Texas as well. Let me mention all the homies in Texas, 33 degrees you guys are looking at, like in Dallas, and then down in Houston, more like in the 40s. Phoenix, 61 in Phoenix and 29 in Flagstaff. So, yeah, just to give you guys a little brief of some of the major, East Coast, West Coast spots and the Midwest spots. Just wanted to go over that with you. Shout out to our boy in Utah. He's at 36 degrees right now as well. Nice and cold, but the choices we make.
I bet he's missing that Bay weather.
Right. It's all good, man. It's all good. We all live and we learn.
I already know.
He got the best snow in the United States, though.
Park City. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
Anyway, so let's move on. We're gonna do today is the boy Jay segment for our conspiracy theory of the day. So I'll let you take over this one, and I'll share this and let people know.
Well, I was thinking about when I was watching TikTok, a couple years back with the guy. His name was like Andrew. I forgot his last name, but
Awesome.
Yeah, Andrew Dawson. Where he was gradually, they were, him and his friend were driving, and he spotted this huge object on top of a mountain, and he was filming it like, right then and there. And he's like, dude, there's a person up there. And when you're that far away and you see an individual that big up top, it was, I mean, come on, it was definitely a giant. I mean, we're talking about, I believe giants have always existed. Like there are obviously, we found plenty of skeleton bones and everything of giants. They try to keep that away from us. But so he saw this big object, giant, and he decided to go up there and try to drive up there and, really, really show his fans, because he was always, streaming it and posting it. And as soon as he got up there, the first day, what did he find? Black cars, black suits. Don't ever come back. He's like, okay. Decided to go back the next day. Same thing. Black cars, black suits. Hey, you're not allowed up here. They decided to follow him back to his house. And he just kept, he kept with this story because obviously he know what he saw. And then eventually a week later, he looked like he was like pouting, saying, you know what, it was a hoax, blah, 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 and I was like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? Everything completely flipped. And then all of a sudden, man, like he put on another video, looked scared. And then all of a sudden vanished. some scary stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like that when I first saw the video, like when it first came out, I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? And I like I said, I do believe there is race of giants for sure. Like that that used to be a part of our world. I guarantee it way back in the day,
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
said, I wish I had the time machine for this stuff, But
Right. Right.
if people actually look that up and watch the videos and stuff, I don't even know if they're still on there, like the actual videos, but
Yeah.
you could see exactly what I'm talking about. And they try to keep us, very in the dark about this stuff. But being that we have found giant bones in the United States and all around the world, like
Yeah.
we're talking about, like like from 9 feet tall to like 26 feet, like putting together the bones, like they try to shield that from us, but I
Exactly.
believe out there still is,
Yeah.
a race of giants, because that was a trip when I saw those videos.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you remember when he went back the second day? Did he see the
Yeah.
giants again, or was it just that one time?
No, so he tried to go back at night to be like, okay, he tried to sneak up there
Uh-huh.
because when he first went to say, so after he saw it, he went up. He's like, all right, let's go try to get up here,
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden on the road, you saw, no, you're not allowed up here.
Oh, damn.
Like, you had the black Suburban and black Charger. No,
Right.
you got to turn around. Okay, sorry about that. He's like, all right, I'm gonna try to sneak up here late night. Same thing, except they followed him the next day, like all the way back to the house, and then like he would look out his window and be like, oh my God, just post it out there. Some scary
Yeah.
stuff, man.
That's
You know
crazy.
what I mean? Yeah, it
That's
is very crazy stuff, man. But he streamed that. That's
Yeah.
the crazy part. So it's not like he was faking, like that whole video, like, oh yeah, I was just hoaxing, when he was literally looking to the side, like, yeah, I was just hoaxing about what I saw. It looked like they were literally saying, say it now.
Right. Right.
It was crazy. It was a trip, bro.
Yeah, and I think it wasn't like his girlfriend. Like afterwards, I was like, "Oh, he disappeared," and she was the
Yeah,
one that like put everything on blast.
yeah, exactly. Well, think about it, man, because he said if anything happened to him, like, he didn't want to kill himself or any of that stuff.
Right. Right.
Like, when someone's after you, some scary shit, man.
Exactly.
Honestly, some
Oh,
crazy
man.
stuff.
Yeah. Who
But yeah,
knows? That's
that was
crazy.
that was a trip, though, man. Like, you think about it, if you're just filming and you're like, what the hell is that? Like, that was a trip, because when you're that far away and you see something that big on a mountain just chilling, dude, I'd be like, whoa,
I
crazy
know.
stuff, man. That was crazy.
Have you ever heard of a place in Nevada called Battle Mountain?
Battle Mountain?
It's a
No.
city. Yeah.
No.
So there's a city in Nevada. It's called Battle Mountain, right?
Uh-huh.
And I watched this documentary. It's like this like very elder Native American lady,
Uh-huh.
and she was saying that she heard this from her, from her ancestors.
Yeah.
But she was saying that back then, I think this was like even the 1800s. It wasn't like super long ago. It was like 1800s. They had a race of red-headed giants that lived in this mountain, and they would come down and then they would eat her people, like the Native Americans.
No way.
Yeah, that they would
Like
eat the people.
eat actual human people?
Yeah, because they were carnivores. Those giants were actually carnivores.
Oh wow.
So they would eat the people, and then the people actually started to fight back, because they're like, we don't want to get killed by these giants type thing. So they actually, this was on the documentary, and they were saying that the Native Americans, they fought him off, and they actually got him into the Battle Mountain. Is a city, but it's actually also a mountain over there. So they were saying that they actually cornered these giants into this into a cave in this mountain called Battle Mountain, and then they set them on fire inside the cave that they were in, and they sealed it, and they burned all these giants. And nobody really believed their story, but at one point in this documentary, she actually brought the people that are doing the documentary. She actually brought them to the cave, and there was definitely evidence there of something that burned there. Like there was a lot of evidence. That
was there bones?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they found bones, because those were probably already taken out by the government. Like
okay.
The government probably has a lot to do with like making sure that's not.
I believe that.
But they did find a lot of like burning, like the whole cave was like really dark inside, like it was burned. and they found, I think they even found like some kind of hair follicle or something of red hair, something like that, you know. But
I
it's
believe it.
yeah. When I saw that, I definitely was like, damn, like this lady might really like she might be telling the truth, like she knows what
No,
she's talking.
she definitely is telling the truth because redheaded giants. Remember, I don't know if you remember, like a year or two ago, or I can't remember exactly the date, but I believe it's Iskandar giant
Uh-huh.
over like Turkey or Iraq.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. I see
That
that.
that was so they said that was a redheaded giant as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uh-huh.
So, that makes sense.
So
That makes
it makes a lot of sense what she was talking about. I had never heard of that. That's in Nevada?
Nevada, Battle Mountain,
Battle Mountain.
and that's what I got a feeling that's why they called it even Battle Mountain. You know, like
Wow.
because
Yeah,
of
no,
getting the
I
battle.
had never heard of that. So
Yeah, yeah,
but it's if it's redheaded, it makes sense because, like I said, I heard of the other giant, the Iskandar one or whatever it's called. I may be butchering that name, but
exactly.
a lot of the government it was our soldiers fighting against it.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah,
like, man, so it makes sense. Redheaded giant. That's
yeah.
a trip. Like I
And they
said, I believe
definitely
all that existed anyway,
exactly, and they
for
found
sure.
evidence in Argentina of giant bones. They found
That's what
evidence
I
in
mean.
different
All
places
around
all
the
over.
world. I mean, all around the world.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
mean. You can't take away what we have technology. So it's like it's getting more and more up there now. So it's like how you can't take away all this stuff from like the people,
exactly,
the
exactly.
average day Joe. You can't take
There
that
you
away.
go.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna let the people know, man. We got to let them know. You know,
Always, always, bro.
that's
That's what
how
it's
it is.
about.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that was my conspiracy for the day, bro. It just tripped me out. I don't know what made me
Yeah.
think of that, but
Right.
I remember watching it when it was happening. I was like, whoa,
Yep. Yep.
So
Definitely.
most
Definitely. That's a
definitely.
good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
have to. I'm gonna have to try and top yours tomorrow. A real good one.
Hey, no, you just got it. We always have it. Whatever it's always going to be relevant. The
Yeah.
conspiracy things, man.
Definitely.
You know what I
Definitely.
mean? It doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean? So
Definitely. Definitely.
yeah.
So this is pretty much the last part of our show. I just want to give you guys a quick update. I'm on my third day of my fast. Haven't eaten anything. I am a little bit weak, but I'm still able to go. I'm still able to work out. You definitely, if you guys check out our shorts that we have, we post gym shorts of me and Jay, we working out and we still getting it in every day at night while y'all sleeping. But I just want to give you guys a little update. I'm doing 44-day fast, so I'm on my third day. I'm doing this to heal my body. I do have some kind of issues with myself internally that I wanted to address. I've done it before in the past, and I've been able to heal myself. So I'm just trying to do that again. And like I said, this is not medical advice. Do not do what we say because we're doing it. You guys have to do your own consultations and get your own doctor's opinions of stuff. But that being said, if you guys do a fast, it is definitely a very healthy thing to do, and you guys can correct a lot of your alignments that you guys might have that you want to get rid of. I personally know people that have fasted and have been able to reverse their diabetes, amongst many other things. So just want to get that out there for you guys. That's part of our segment that we're doing is my fast as well. So that being said, Jay, did you have any final words or thoughts for the people, for the Average Day Joe community?
Just blessings on blessings on blessings, man.
Blessings on
Health, wealth, and
blessings.
happiness, man. You already know.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, that being said, man, we hope to see you all guys here tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in so much. We'll be here at 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's Pacific time. And peace in the Middle East. We love you guys. And until next time.